Yes, greetings of the day, students. Yes, what do you see in this image? Yes, in this image we see a person falling down and there are 3 or 4 people who are doing their own work. So, is this any significant? No people are helping the person who is just falling down. So, what happens here? So, this phenomenon is called as bystander effect. And now we will go look deeper into what bystander effect is. Yes, I am Harinee, Assistant Professor from the Department of Psychology, SFO College for Women, Sivagasi. Yes, now when we look into the bystander effect, what does it mean? The bystander effect refers to the emergency situation in which the people witnessing the emergency do not offer any help. So, in this image you can see a person falling down, he wants some help, he seeks help, but no one is ready to help, and all those 4 people have their own thoughts. So, this recently effect like, why should I help? Na edhukku help pananum and the person ku avanga edhukku andha madri keela vilundirukanga, I don't know what the reason is. So, why should I help? So, basically this is the phenomenon under it. So, it is a social phenomenon caused by group dynamic, group thinking and de-individuation. So, these bystander effect are basically because of these 3 factors, basically your group dynamics, group think and de-individuation. So, let us understand what bystander effect is. So, when we look more deeper into bystander effect, there are 2 prominent social psychologists into the theme. They are Bibb Latané and Darley. Okay, they both introduced this bystander effect, this phenomenon of bystander effect from the famous murder case of Kitty Genovese. So, what this case is that Kitty Genovese is a 28-year-old woman. She was walking on the New York City road. She was confronted by 4 or 5 men who allegedly raped her and robbed her, and when she was screaming for help, no one came friend to help her. Like they were just looking at the scenario and they were just looking at it, and no one came forward to help. She was brutally killed. So, when looking more into this concept, these both social psychologists, be it Latané and Darley, they went deep into this phenomenon and examined what might be the causes for those people who are just looking onto the situation without helping. These 2 factors might be the reason. So, the first factor is diffusion of responsibility. What does it mean? Diffusion of responsibility na enna appadina, when we are in a group, when someone is at an emergency and when we are looking for that person, we think that okay, like I am not responsible, he is responsible for what had happened. So, எனக்கும் அதுக்கும் சம்பந்தமே இல்லை அப்படின்றதுனால நான் எதுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும்? So, this I am not responsible for that situation, so why should I help? So, that is what basically this diffusion of responsibility means. Then the second factor is social influence. Social influence is something like what others might think when I help that person. நான் இப்படி ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படின்னா சுற்றி இருக்கிற 4 பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க என்னை பற்றி, நெகட்டிவாக ஏதாச்சும் சொல்லிடுவாங்களோ அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபியர்னஸ், இட் மைட் பி ஃபியர்னஸ். So, this is called as social influence. Social influences means that the individuals when other individuals monitor them, அவங்களுக்கு என்ன நடந்துரும், எனக்கு என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி we fear, like that is what social influence is. So, these 2 social psychologists, Latané and Darley, found these 2 factors are responsible for your bystander effect, or you being a bystander looking into an emergency situation without helping. The factors. And what if that person help? இப்போ நான் ஒரு bystander-ஆ இருக்கேன், but I have the responsibility to help. நான் அந்த பர்சனுக்கு அந்த எமர்ஜென்சி சிச்சுவேஷனில் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா, these 5 steps are helpful for the person who is helping to help in an emergency situation. So the first step is noticing what is happening. ஏதோ ஒன்று நடக்குது அப்படின்னா இந்த இடத்துல ஏதோ ஒன்று நிறைய பேர் கூடியிருக்காங்க, if there is any crowd crowd in the sense I should notice what is happening there. Only if I know what is happening there I can interpret whether that is an emergency situation or not, and I can make a decision to help or not. So அங்கே என்ன நடக்குது அப்படின்றது எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். So that is the first step, noticing what is happening. So the second step is interpreting as an emergency. இப்போ ஏதோ அங்கே நடக்குது அப்படின்னா அது emergency situationாக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா I can go help. If it is nothing, ஒரு prank-ஆன situationல இருக்கு அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா there is no use of helping. So I should interpret that as an emergency situation to go move forward and help that person. Okay, after you interpret the emergency, what I should do is that I should take the responsibility to help the person. Okay, if you for an example, if you see a person drowning in the sea, let it drowning in a lake or a well, if you see some person drowning, so I notice it. So na notice pandren, I see the person who is drowning and he is suffering from breath, and I interpret that as an emergency situation. Okay, நான் பார்க்குறேன் அவன் மூழ்கிற நிலைமையில் இருக்கான், I interpret that as an emergency, எனக்கு அது emergency situation எனக்கு புரியுது. So now I should take the responsibility to help the person. I should either help the person in action, illati I should call out other people for help. So அந்த இடத்துல நான் மட்டும்தான் இருக்கேன் அப்படின்ற நேரத்தில் I should take the responsibility to help the person. Okay, that is your third step. And coming to the fourth step, deciding on how to help. Okay, இதே situation இந்த example இருக்கு அப்படின்ற நேரத்தில் if I know swimming, எனக்கு அந்த situationல எனக்கு swimming தெரியும் அப்படின்ற நேரத்தில் I can go help the person. எனக்கு swimming எனக்கு தெரியாது அப்படின்ற நேரத்தில் if I go help the person, I will also drown, he will also drown. So அந்த நேரத்தில் when some other persons come to help, they should help two person instead of one. So I should decide on how to help. Now நான் in person, if I know swimming, I can go directly help the person. இல்லை அப்படின்னா I can call out for any emergency, for any fire engine or people those who know swimming. இந்த மாதிரி பக்கத்தில் if anyone knows, I can call out those person. That is the fourth step. I should decide on how to help the person. And next is providing help. The fifth step is providing help. If I know how to help the person, I will definitely help. So I will definitely provide help for the person. So when you look into an emergency situation on how to help, these 5 steps happen automatically without any or stop, எந்த ஒரு சிந்தனையும் இல்லாமல் we help. Automatically this happens. We don't stand and interpret, okay, the emergency situation நான் help பண்ணணும் தான் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி we don't stand, sit, decide, plan பண்ணி we won't do. Like emergency situationல இருக்கு அப்படின்னா these 5 steps உடனே it automatically happens. இப்போ third stepல எனக்கு responsibility இல்லை அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா I don't help, I'll move out of the situation. So it happens. So this is what bystander effect is and the factors, and ஒரு situation emergency situationல இருந்துச்சுன்னா this is how we help those people in emergency. Yes, the quote of the day is, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. This quote is said by Martin Luther King. Yes, this quote basically tells on the phenomenon of your bystander effect which we just saw today. Yes, thank you students. Have a good day.